Peggy 12.
El Dorado is the fourth major expansion for Europa Universalis IV. The focus of the expansion is exploration and creativity. We're adding 3 new religions to the new world to represent the beliefs of the Aztecs, the Incas, and the Maya people. The Aztecs have a new religion called Nahuatl, which is focused around the concept of the end of the world and human sacrifice and how they come together. The Aztecs believed that unless they kept sacrificing human hearts, the universe would end. So to represent this, we have a mechanic we call doom. Nahuatl nations will have a doom counter that goes towards 100. If it ever hits 100, the world doesn't end, but things go very badly for your country. And to keep this doom counter down, you have to go to war, try to take prisoners and sacrifice them to the gods. And you can also force other nations to be your vassals and sacrifice their rulers. All, in the name of keeping the universe together. The Incas have a new religion called Inti, which is based around religious authority, which is the power and prestige of the Sapa Inca, the emperor of the Incas. Incas had a big focus on their god emperors and previous emperors, going so far as to worship the mummies of previously dead emperors. To get your authority up, you will need a large territory and you will need to make all the right moves within your religion to secure your position. The Mayas have a new religion based around city-states and expansion and collapse. All of the new religions have a system we call the religious reforms, whereby these religions can sort of try to reform themselves into a more centralized and adaptable model that is ready to meet the Europeans when they arrive at your shores. The Nahuatl will need to keep the doom down, subjugate their neighbors to reform. The Incas will need to increase their authority and the glory of their emperors. The Mayas just need to conquer, they need to grow. But when they reform, they collapse, they go back to being a city-state, although each time they get a bit more territory. For all of these religions, for the first 100 years, you will be struggling to reform your religion to be ready. But if you are ready when Europeans come, you will get the best religion in the game. El Dorado is not all about the native states. We've also added a number of new features for explorers and colonizers. For one, we have added a new system of exploration that we call hunting for the 7 cities. What it means is that you can send your conquistadors to hunt for the legendary cities of gold and the Fountain of Youth. You can actually try to find El Dorado, which the expansion is named after, and you can actually succeed at finding it. These conquistadors will uncover the territory around them automatically and will get events such as finding a map to the Fountain of Youth or running out of food and being in danger of starving to death. And if you are smart and lucky, you might just uncover the fabled gold wealth of El Dorado. We've also added a system of exploration for your navies, whereby you no longer have to manually explore the seas with your explorers. Instead, each navy will have a number of exploration missions you can send it on, such as charting a coast, exploring a certain sea, or even recreating Magellan's voyage and circumnavigating the entire world. The navy will go on the mission, explore the area they were assigned, and come back. And there is also a number of things that can happen while on exploration, similar to the way the 7 cities work. You can uncover events, you might meet some people on the shores, things might happen. And if you are the first to circumnavigate the world, prestige and rewards await you. Another new feature for colonizers are the treasure fleets. When your colonies in the new world start getting gold, they will send treasure fleets, so containing that gold and silver, which means that you will get all of the gold from your colonies. However, these treasure fleets are only sent like every few months, and any pirates between your colony and your home will intercept the treasure fleets and steal some of their gold. So while you will get a lot of wealth from the treasure fleets, other nations which don't have the gold might just send their pirates to steal it from you. In order to counteract this, we've added a feature called pirate hunting, where you can send your heavy ships on patrol against enemy pirates and prevent them from taking that gold. Probably the single biggest feature in El Dorado, and quite possibly the single biggest feature we've added to EU4 since launch, is the Nation Designer. The way it works is that you simply, instead of picking, say, France or England or Spain, you click the custom nation button and then you pick any province in the entire world to start from. And there your custom nation will appear. And from there you have a certain amount of points to spend. And that point you can spend on more provinces, you can spend it on having great rulers, you can spend it on having a particular government or a particular technology group, or you can build your own entirely custom idea set. Create precisely the nation you want to create, whether it be a military superpower or a trade-oriented nation or a nation that has something about it that just clicks for you. To complement this, we have also added 2 new game modes that we call Random and Custom. Previously we have the Random New Worlds, which create a completely randomized new world instead of the traditional Americas. Random setup is not actually a random world per se, it does not change the land masses. What it does is completely change which nations start where. If you start in a random setup, you will have an empty map, and then you get to design the custom nation that you want to create, and when you click play, the world will be filled in by all of these nations that are not in places you expect. So you might have Denmark in Persia, Norway as a great empire in China, and so on, and it's a completely new experience each time. The custom setup is actually just that the map is empty. The only nations in the map are the ones you create. And here is where the nation designer also comes into play, because you can not only make your own nation, you can make up to 32 different nations, and you don't have to play them. So you can actually create your own entirely custom world to play in using these features. We have also added the ability to either randomize or flatten, that is to say, set so they are all the same for the manpower and tax values in the provinces. So you have a lot more freedom in sort of deciding what kind of game you want to play. Dorado will come out on February the 26th, and I think it'll be pretty great.